Okay, here's your coffee machine, man. I'll go through this as quick and try and be as efficient as possible. On off button, steam knob for your steam wand. This is the boiler pressure. Portafilter controls for this one. Portafilter controls for this one. This is your bar pressure for the actual pressure of the water that's coming out of your portafilter once you hit the button, which should be 9 bar, and as you will see on your barista college course you should find out. This is the dial for your very hot water, be careful of that. A water gauge for your boiler, drip tray, and this braided hose is your water intake. As you can see, nice shiny metal one. And your waste outlet is this rubbery plastic filthy jobby going into a waste water butt. Try and use filtered water whenever you can. Right, okay, so turning on the machine, as you can see here, we've got 0, 1 and 2. When you first turn it on, we're going to see first if it's got enough water in or whether it wants to draw water. So we'll just turn it around to number 1. That noise is it sucking up water. So it's always a good idea to let it suck up water before we turn the boiler on by turning it on to number 2. Now when you turn it on to number 2, as you heard, that turns on the ignition, so to speak. We should have a green light come on, but it needs replacing, which is a couple of quid from Happy Donkey. Sorry I haven't done it, I didn't realise it wasn't working. And then basically another reason for this, if we go back to number 1, basically that turns on all the electrics on the machine. So if you ever wanted to do anything electrical on the machine, you can do so without it getting stupid hot. So it won't turn the boiler on until you go around to number 2. So the portafilters will work, but the steam and the hot water won't, because they're driven by pressure from the heat of the boiler. So basically if we turn this on to number 2, as you hear the boiler kick in, now what we'd need to do is wait for this to reach the green area, then we're ready to rock and roll. You'll be getting steam out of here, you'll be getting hot water out of here, and the water will be hot enough for the coffee out of the portafilters. This is a heat exchange machine, so basically there's a big copper 14 litre water tank in there. The steam arm and the hot water draws water directly from that, so the water that's actually, you know, beyond boiling in there comes straight out of here. Now the water that comes out of here, the portafilters, when you press the button, or the group heads rather, is flash heat through that. So you've got a copper coil going through the boiler. When you press that, it draws water directly, as like if you, when I press this button, you'll be able to hear the water pump. So that's drawing it directly from the butt, and it's flash heating it through the coil. The reason it does that is because you don't want it as hot as the water that comes out of directly out of the boiler, because that would immediately scald the coffee, which you should learn in your barista college course. The reason why when I press that it turns off so quickly is because I've set this up for a reason, to show you that you can set this to whatever you want them to be. So I've preset that one just for this, just to show you on this video that is there really short. That is a little bit longer, and that one is set up for what I use to make a coffee. So pretty much I want to keep that one as it is, and sort of work around getting good coffees just by using that. And as you can see, it seems like quite a long time. So the reason why these two are short is because I want to show you how to preset them yourself. This button is a continuous water button, so if you press that, water will continuously come out until you press it again. But it's also the programming button. So if we press it and keep our thumb on it, now you see all the lights have lit up. So now I can preset this. So if I press that, water will continuously come out of it until I stop it. So as you can see, that one's set. If I press that, I've decided to stop it short. So now if we turn the electricity off, turn it back on again round to number 1, give it a chance to see if it needs any water. Nope. Okay, let's turn the boiler on. So remember, I did this one really short and that one was a bit longer, and that's how you do it, basically. Simple as that. This one set up independently from this one. I might just add that if you set up this one independently from this one, how can I word this? If you program this one now, let me show you. Okay, so I'm going to program this one. As you can see, I've never done a demonstration video before. So let's say we press this 1, 2, 3, off. Okay, so let's turn this off, turn it back on again. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, off. Now it should have transferred that setting over to this side. 1, 2, 3, off. Let's see what this one's set up as. That's quite a long one. Let's see what this side is saying. See, because I set that one independently from that one, it's different. But if I was to now set this one, it would program that side too. So let's just go 1, 2. Okay. Turn it off. Turn it back on again. Give it a chance to draw water if it needs to. Nope. Okay, so let's see how fast that was. 1, 2. 1, 2. As you can see. So I hope that made sense to you, because it didn't to me. If you set this one, it will program both of them. And if you wanted to make this one different from this one, you just set this one. But basically, you'd want them pretty much working the same. Well, of course you would want them working the same, because I can't see any reason not to unless you're in a barista competition, but that's for the future. So as I said, this gauge here is the pressure that you want. So it doesn't matter how hot or cold the water is, you're always going to get that 9 bar pressure on there. You're not going to get this build up to the pressure to serve hot water through here or here, literally, until the boiler is heated up, as you can probably hear. So we'll let the boiler heat up, because it'll take about 15-20 minutes, and then we'll come back.